This is another episode of The Blossom Podcast, your number one source for everything bariatric surgery, from pre-op to post-op. Registered dietitian Alex Conception gives you real, raw tips and motivation through your journey. This is The Blossom Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Blossom Podcast. It is 2023, first podcast of the year. Can you believe we are already a third of the way into January? You know, this was the time to start fresh because this year is going to be different, right? But I bet some of you already failed on your New Year's resolutions. You know, with weight management, this happens every year. I see the gyms insanely packed, and come February, business as usual. I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions, and that's because it's more of an idea of a fresh start. We use this as a reason to feel optimistic, set goals, and let go of the past year. A new year feels exciting and fulfilled with opportunity, and yet it's just another day. And the way you look at it makes it exciting. Now, every day can actually feel exciting, but we create value just as easy as we say, we'll just do this next week. Let's continue next week. I'll give you an example. January 1st happened to land on a Sunday with a fresh start to conquer the new year. But it's also the weekend, and Monday is a much better day to start, right? Because it's the beginning of the week, right? No, we just found a new perspective to start fresh on day one of the year. I'm sure I'm speaking to somebody right now because I've heard it. And of course, I've had the feelings too. It's like, okay, it's Sunday, we just had a party, blah, blah, blah. Monday's a good day. Diet starts Monday, right? So that's my point. And I'm not saying this is everyone, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be optimistic, but I am saying that we can change our perspective and just keep things moving. Now, when it comes to why resolutions fail, I want to give you a little perspective on some of our choices, choices that allow us to fail. Okay, so one of the main reasons why New Year's resolutions fail is that we set unrealistic goals that are too hard to achieve. We set grand, ambitious goals for ourselves that are not realistic or sustainable in long term. This can lead to frustration and disappointment, causing us to give up before we see any progress. Think about every diet you've done, jumping from one diet to the next, and nothing works, right? Wrong. You haven't done one thing long enough to have any measurable difference. And that's what the sleeve actually proves in the first 6 months to a year, is that compliance is the science. Number two is lack of specificity. We often lack specificity in our goals. We may have a general idea of what we want to achieve, but we don't break it down to specific measurable steps. Without clear measurable steps, it's hard to know when you've achieved your goal or to track your progress. Another reason is that we fail to create a plan. Many people make New Year's resolutions without a clear plan of action. We have a goal in mind, but we don't take the time to map out the steps we need to take to achieve it. Without a plan, it's easy to get sidetracked or to lose motivation. And I always say, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? Another factor is the lack of support. Reaching a goal is hard work, and it's important to have the right support. When people set New Year's resolutions, they often do it alone without involving others. Lack of support can make it hard to stay motivated and also make it difficult to overcome obstacles. And another factor is not addressing underlying issues. Sometimes people set resolutions to mask deeper issues that they want to avoid. For example, someone may, set a resolution to lose weight when the real issue is emotional eating or unresolved emotional conflicts. If the underlying issues are not addressed, it will be hard to maintain progress. And lastly, we don't allow failure or setbacks. Oftentimes people set resolutions with expectations of an all or nothing attitude, when in reality, setbacks or failures are a normal part of progress. If a person is not able to recover from a setback and continues to beat themselves up, it can lead to them giving up on the resolution. Now, to overcome these, I have 5 steps, 5 easy steps to get started this year, get back on track, or stay motivated moving forward so we don't fail. Number 1, set specific and measurable goals. The first step in achieving a weight loss goal is to set specific and measurable goals instead of setting a general goal such as lose weight. So set a specific goal such as lose 20 pounds in the next 4 months. This will give you a clear target to work towards and will make it easier to track your progress. Number 2, create a plan of action. Once you have set your specific and measurable goal, the next step is to create a plan of action. This should include a detailed meal plan, an exercise plan, and a schedule of when you will work on your goal. Actually put it on the calendar. Okay, I just started time blocking and I love checking off, what I have put on the calendar. This plan will provide you with a roadmap for how to achieve your goal and will make it easier to stay on track. Now, if you try to drive to a place you've never been before, what do you think will happen if you don't have a map? That's right, you'll get lost. Okay, so just a little example. Number 3 is find support. Achieving a weight loss goal can be challenging, and it's important to have the right support. Surround yourself with people who will support and encourage you, friends, family members, a support group. This will make it easier to stay motivated and will also provide you with a sounding board for when you need advice or encouragement. You can even take a specific person to take you on just, to bring along this journey. Okay, that way you will always be able to have someone to get your back, especially if you fall off or, just say, hey man, where you at? Let's go to the gym. Let's do this. You shouldn't be eating that. Just that support system. And lastly, well, no, not lastly, track your progress. It's important to track your progress as you work towards your goal. This will help you stay motivated as you can see how far you've come and how much closer you are to achieving your goal. Keep a food and exercise diary or use a weight loss tracking app to keep track of your progress. If you are in the Blossom Network, we use the Berrytastic app and it allows me to help you if you need help as well, because I can see what you've been logging if you ask for help. Or something similar like a MyFitnessPal or something like that, but definitely track your progress. And lastly, be flexible. Be kind to yourself. It's important to be flexible and be kind to yourself. No one is perfect, and setbacks and failures are a normal part of the process, and that's because we are human. We will have moments of weakness, so it is inevitable, but when things don't go as planned, don't beat yourself up. Instead, learn from your mistakes, make adjustments to plan to make the next step in your plan accordingly. And of course, be kind to yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Like I always say, celebrate those victories. Recognize how far you've come, not the mistake that you just made or the setback that you just had, because you've come a long way. You've done great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's first, at least some 5 easy steps to get your mind right so you can get your grind right this year. And yeah, let's rock this year. If you've been considering bariatric surgery and just need some information, you can inquire at blossom.com or give us a call at 855-BLOSSOM. Anybody who answers the phone will be able to help you out or direct your call properly. That's pretty much it, guys. Just a little quick tip. Be good. Happy New Year. I will see you in the next. Peace.
This was another episode of the Blossom Podcast. For more motivation and future episodes with Alex, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any life-changing moments.